Hello and welcome back to Fly to Freedom. And I'm just so grateful to have a previous client of mine, Sydney, on to talk a little bit about her journey and her recovery and where she is now, which is, I mean, if you're on the video, you can see she's sparkling, she's smiling, and she's just looks so alive. So, welcome, Sydney.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what your life was like before you started recovery.
Hmm. Before I started recovery, I was definitely in the depths of an eating disorder. I didn't eat like hardly anything. Um, I was cold like all the time. Um, I was, it got to a point where I was afraid to even drink water or brush my teeth and stuff like that. And then I ended up in treatment and yeah, it was just kind of miserable. Really
What, what did food and body image feel like for you back then?
mm. Body image was definitely low. Like I just hated, I remember like looking in the mirror and just hating everything about myself and just wishing that I could change it. And so that's when I found like food to be an easy way to, I guess, look how I wanted to.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What made you realize that you didn't want to stay there?
Um, it was just so hard, like all the time, because you're constantly thinking about your next meal or what you're gonna have to eat, and you're just isolated from everybody. Like I remember just not talking to anybody, especially my family, for probably months actually, because I was angry at them because they wanted me to eat, but I was also just like lost in myself. Like I just was so in my head.
It really damaged your relationship with your family and friends. Did you see friends at all or not really?
I mean, I'd see them at school, but I never talked to them or anything like that because I was just so focused on what I looked like and what I would have to eat or like, yeah.
So you were admitted into hospital, weren't you?
Yeah.
Was this something that you agreed to, or did you feel like the decision was taken out of your hands?
I mean, it's definitely not where I wanted to end up, but I knew deep down that there was something wrong and that I really needed help. Because I remember at night, I used to do night exercises in my room. And I remember one point, it was like right before I went to hospital, I would like get so dizzy that I would just like fall on my bed and not be able to move or anything like that. And that's when I knew like there's something wrong and that I probably needed to find some help.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Was there a moment that you thought, actually, I'm really going to do this?
Mm. I don't think it was till after I got out of, because I went to a treatment facility after I was hospitalized. And
Hmm.
I just remember like being so angry in the treatment facility. I was like, why are they making me eat all this? And like, this is so dumb and stuff like that. But then once I got out of that and I moved back home, I was finally like, okay, like I need to get my life back because there's more that I want than being stuck the way that I am.
So, how would you say the treatment facility helped you then?
I definitely learned a lot. I was with other kids my age or around my age in there. So I learned like just a lot from them and um there was a lot of therapies in there. So I guess it's just like more calming experience. And I learned a lot about restoration because it was just like weight restoration based, I guess. Like there were therapies, but the main goal is just to get you back to a healthy weight or
Hmm.
you should be at if you never had an eating disorder.
So tell me about when you came out of the treatment. How did you feel about yourself and your body and food?
I think I was very lost because I think just I went downhill so fast and then I ended up in treatment so fast that I had lost myself, I guess. Like I didn't know who I was or really what I was doing at all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I think it was your mum that had been listening to my podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she reached out to me and we had a consultation call where, yeah, you were a bit lost. You were kind of just this scared young
Mhm.
lady who just, I think you were quite scared of a lot of things then, weren't you? It's just living in a bubble of fear.
Yeah. Like I was just constantly afraid, but I really wanted to get out of the eating disorder. Like I was just so done.
Which is the most best mindset to have. So, what was it like to start working with me?
It was fantastic.
And I didn't even pay her to say that.
Yeah, it was really great. I think when you first started challenging my eating disorder thoughts, which I had a lot of at the time, I was like, wow. Like, I think I was just in shock about how, like, we would role play a scenario and then you would, like, shut down my thought immediately. And it was like my eating disorder almost shut off because there was nothing else that it could say. Like, you would prove it so wrong that I was like, wow, she's so right.
Did you have any fears or doubts about working together in the beginning?
Um, my fear was what you were gonna, I guess, like make me eat in a way. Like you were gonna tell me 3 meals and 3 snacks, which is exactly what you said, but I knew like that is what I needed. So, um, yeah, I was pretty scared about that part. Um, I was scared about, I guess, sending you food photos because I was like, is it gonna be enough or is it gonna be too small? Or just
Hmm.
working out if I could even add more. Like if you told me to add more, I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
What do you find is the biggest difference between how treatment worked and how coaching works?
I think coaching was way better.
I didn't pay her for that either.
Yeah. Treatment was just very, it felt more um like they cared a lot, but um it just was about getting your weight back up and stuff
Hmm.
like that. Whereas in coaching, I learned more about myself and how to reconnect with myself and just heal my relationship with food, which in program, it was just a lot about like you eat the food or you get a tube. So it wasn't really about healing the relationship. It was just about getting through it, I guess. Whereas in coaching, it was, yeah, definitely healing the relationship and then viewing it in a different aspect. And I also always had you around, which in program, there wasn't always somebody around, I guess, to talk to. Um,
You mean
and
with the WhatsApp support between
yeah,
sessions? Yeah.
yeah. And the views were just much different because I remember in program they'd be like, we would have to do, they would tell us like our weight and stuff like that
Hmm.
every week as a way to face a fear, I guess. But I learned in coaching that like you don't need to know your weight isn't everything about
It
the
doesn't mean anything about you, does it?
it doesn't mean anything. Whereas in program it like meant everything. So
Yeah.
yeah,
What are some of the things you've learned about yourself through coaching?
a lot. Um, Definitely that I can do things that I never thought I was gonna be able to do. Like facing fear foods that I never thought I'd ever eat again, or just things about my body, like how to accept how it looks and not constantly be trying to change it. Um, just how to be more kind to myself. Um,
Has that changed how you feel about yourself, being kinder to yourself?
yeah, I feel much happier and less like grumpy and angry at myself all the time.
That makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Was there any particular coaching moment or activity that really kind of clicked for you?
I think definitely the role playing. When
Oh,
we would do that and you would like say something and then my eating disorder couldn't argue back, it was like, I don't know. It just kind of shut off for me and I was like, um, it kind of just felt like all the eating disorder was telling me was lies. So
and when you
yeah,
look back, is that what you think that everything the eating disorder was telling you was lies?
yeah. Because it would tell me so many things and then it would never come true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of in your recovery journey?
I think how far I've come. I don't think, like, if you were to tell me a year ago I'd be where I am right now, I probably would have never believed you. Yeah.
How are
Some
your
days
relationships now with friends and family?
they're way better, especially with friends. I'm able to socialize more without constantly thinking of food or how I look or comparing myself. Um, Definitely still have some family relationships to heal, but um, yeah, that's just a part of the journey. So still working on that. But yeah, I think definitely with just like with my family at home, it's gotten a lot better. I
Hmm.
think definitely more myself. Yeah.
Amazing. What felt impossible before that now feels fine or even enjoyable?
Mm. I think desserts definitely felt impossible before because I was like, I'm not eating ice cream, I'm not eating cake because I was so scared of all of those things. And then
Hmm.
now I have ice cream every night. So
And you quite like your brownies now, don't you?
do I do. I still need to get that recipe from you.
Hey, yes, I will send that. Good reminder.
Yeah.
Can you share a moment where you surprised yourself with what you could do that you never thought you'd be able to?
Hmm. Probably. It probably was a dessert time. I remember it was somebody's birthday and I didn't have any cake. And then like everybody left the party and my mom's like, you have to have this piece of cake. And so I sat down with it and I just remember like bawling my eyes out because I was so afraid of it. And then like once I started eating it, I was fine. But then like the after part was rough because your eating disorder tells you so many things like, oh, you're gonna gain so much weight and stuff like that. But then I remember feeling happy that I ate it because it was really good. And then I woke up the next morning and I wasn't like what the eating disorder would tell me I was gonna be. Like I wasn't a gazillion pounds and nobody hated me for eating the cake and stuff like that. So I think just every time that I proved it wrong,
You were so afraid of gaining weight.
yeah,
When you look back at that fear now, what do you think?
I think it's pretty irrational because even if you do gain weight, it doesn't mean anything about you. Like it doesn't define you as a person. And people don't even notice. Like I thought when I came back from treatment that people would view me different or be like, wow, she gained so much weight, but that's not how they saw me at all. They just saw me as a person and not like numbers and stuff like that.
So, what's your views on weight gain and clothes size and numbers and stuff to do with that now?
I've learned that it doesn't matter at all. Like nobody's gonna, you're not gonna walk around and somebody's gonna be like, oh, she's wearing a extra large t-shirt and stuff like that. Like nobody's gonna know. And even if they do, it doesn't matter. That's just their view. And um, I guess if that's how they choose to view you, that's how they choose to view you.
Did you ever think you'd feel this way?
No. I thought it meant like weight gain and like my clothing size used to mean everything about me, and now it means nothing. So, yeah.
Okay, let's get into the gritty bit now. So, what would you say has been the hardest part of recovery?
Mm, probably facing fear foods or portion sizes. Like I used to really struggle with how big a meal was. Used to just freak me out. And now like I just eat it regardless of how big it is. And then also I guess with the portion sizes feeling full used to
Hmm.
really because it just felt so uncomfortable. And my eating disorder would always tell me that it's wrong because I was just so used to always feeling hungry or nothing. So I guess just feeling feelings and body sensations were hard.
You had a very strong rule about leaving a couple of mouthfuls of food, didn't you?
Yeah,
How do you feel about that now?
it's definitely gotten a lot better. Um, I realized that like after when I'm eating a meal, it doesn't like I shouldn't be leaving little pieces because why would anybody do that? Like why would you leave just like it would be like a couple pieces of rice that I would leave and um like I guess I remember thinking, well, you've already ate this much, so now you can just finish it. Like that's kind of how I view it now. Like nothing's gonna change.
On that subject, how do you cope now if any old eating disorder thoughts show up?
Hmm. I probably I either talk about it with my mom
Hmm.
or I log on to the circle.
Ah, yes. For anyone listening that doesn't know, that's the Eating Disorder Recovery Circle, and I'll put the link in the show notes. How do you find that? Do you find the circle helpful?
Very helpful. Yeah, I use the feelings navigator a lot just because I think I got so used to in the eating disorder not feeling any feelings, I guess. I was just kind of numb. And
Hmm.
now that I get all of my feelings back, I guess it's helpful to look in there because it's very scientific, I guess, and it tells me like why I'm feeling this way and that it's okay. Like I don't need to freak out. So, yeah.
You also participate beautifully in the chat rooms. I see that you help support other people in there as well. How does that feel for you?
Good, because I don't want anybody to be like, it's just so awful. I don't want anybody to be stuck in it longer than they have to be. And it feels good because I guess I know where they're coming from because I've
Mm,
been so yeah.
amazing. So, would you say that talking to your mum and logging onto the circle are probably the things that help you keep going when things are tough?
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I'm so I'm so happy that the circle is helpful.
Very,
So if we went back to the beginning, through the coaching, do you have any sort of favorite sessions? We've already spoken about the role play,
yeah.
but other than that, do you have any other sort of favorite ones that were really helpful for you?
Oh. Yeah, there's one that we did. I don't really remember it a whole lot, but we were like drawing. It was a flower.
Ah, yes.
Like, yeah, wrote stuff on the inside and then there was petals on the outside.
Yeah, that was where um, we looked at all your wins and we put all the wins in the petals that you'd done that week, like
Yeah.
finishing your snack, facing a fear food, allowing yourself to rest, and all that sort of thing, speaking kindly to yourself. And in the middle, we put what sort of person does all these wins.
Yeah.
And it would be like, ah, a strong, independent woman or thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
I
Like,
also, there was one where we listed, it was like how I felt in the eating disorder and relationships and stuff like that. And then how I felt now, like how far I've come. And then
mhm.
looking back, I guess, about and seeing almost how miserable I was. And then thinking, because I remember thinking back in the eating disorder, you're going to be so miserable if you gain weight, like you're going to hate yourself. But then just seeing how much better I am now, like, I guess just looking back was helpful.
Yeah. So looking at what the fear was and what the reality is.
Yeah,
And did the fear ever come true?
no, it never came true.
So, life now, how has your relationship with food and rest and your body changed?
My relationship with food is much better. I enjoy my meals a lot more. I enjoy making my meals. I especially look forward to we do Taco Tuesday at my house, and
Nice.
I absolutely love Taco Tuesday. So, um, yeah, that has been nice, just looking forward to meals and not dreading them. My relationship with my body has changed a lot. I view it as like a vessel to live my life in and not as something that defines me. It's just helping me live and stuff like that. And then with activity, I've found that like just moving out of feeling joy and not punishment has
Nice.
really changed my relationship with sports and yeah.
Because your relationship with exercise was very compulsive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What would you say your relationship with exercise is now then?
Very fun. It is not something that I do in my room anymore as a punishment, or it's not something that I feel like I have to do to earn food and stuff like that. It's just something that I do for fun, and if I'm not having fun, then I should probably not do it anymore. Which used to
Oh,
not be the case because it's like I have to do this.
Hmm.
Like I'm not allowed to eat this unless I do this and stuff like that.
Yeah. And do you equate movement with food anymore?
No, mm-mm. Because
That's
that was part of the
fantastic.
big goal. Yeah.
What does freedom mean to you now?
Ah, just probably enjoying my life. Like I'm not so swept up in my thoughts anymore or my body or like focusing on how other people around me view me. I'm just, yeah, I'm just living and I'm not so focused on food and stuff like that. Like food is just something that I enjoy now. So,
How would you say your anxiety levels are now compared to when you first started coaching?
yeah, definitely way lower. First started coaching, yeah, like you said, I was just kind of scared of everything and anything. Um, and now I've learned that the fear is just all irrational, or I've learned ways to cope with fear instead of restriction and stuff like that.
What would you say your confidence levels are then to now?
Definitely way higher. I feel like I can just like be in the world without feeling like I'm being judged for how I look or what I'm eating or how much I'm eating and stuff like that. Like I can just live like everybody else.
Amazing. What would you say to somebody who's just starting their recovery or thinking of starting recovery?
I would say it's totally worth it. Like it is so, so, so scary. And you're gonna have to do hard things, but trust me, it's gonna pay off and you're gonna be a lot happier and glad that you even started. Um, because a second longer in anorexia is no fun. Like you're gonna really want this and you're gonna learn a lot about yourself on the journey. So, yeah.
Is there anything you wish someone had told you earlier?
Hmm. Probably that it's all gonna be okay. Like it's all gonna work out. You don't need to worry, I guess.
If someone listening is scared to let go of control, what would you want them to hear from you?
That the eating disorder is gonna tell you that you're in control and without it you'd be out of control, but really that's not true because the eating disorder is controlling you and you really have no control when you're listening to it. So just yeah, just trusting yourself more and not the eating disorder because you're gonna feel at first you're gonna feel out of control, I guess, when you start not to trust it anymore, but that's when you really learn things about yourself. Like you learn that it's just telling you all lies and um you really take back control because you always have a choice. So,
I love
yeah.
that. And just going on to you now, what's something that you love about who you've become and who you are continuing to become?
Hmm. I love that I'm more just happy and willing to try new things because back in the eating disorder, I wasn't really willing to do, I mean, try any food, but just like do anything. And I was just always so sad and upset. And then now I'm just so much more happy and yeah.
What are you looking forward to in the next chapter of your life?
college. Um, yeah, I'm just looking forward to, I guess, living on my own and knowing that I can take care of myself, um, and do it well.
Amazing. You have been, first of all, really brave in coming on and sharing. And I know that this will have really helped some people, especially young people like you.
Yeah, I hope so.
Your story is a powerful reminder that freedom is possible and not just weight restoration, but actually learning to love who you are
Yeah, definitely.
and become your own best friend.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I think that's everything.
Me too. Yeah.
So, if anyone's got any questions for Sydney or for me, send me a DM. I can always get hold of Sydney. I'm sure she'd be very happy to answer, or come and join her in the Eating Disorder Recovery Circle because she is a superstar in the chat rooms and is always encouraging people and helping them. So, Sydney, thank you so much. You've been amazing. You are amazing. And honestly, as a coach, I am so proud of you and so honored to have walked through your journey with you.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you, listeners. I will see you next week.